After President Nelson's death, the entire country mourned. He had been a man of honor, loved for his honesty and calm leadership. The people believed they knew everything about him. His speeches, his values, his legacy. But no one knew that deep inside his old wooden office desk, something unexpected was waiting to be found. A few weeks after the funeral, Wendy Nelson, his widow, returned to his study for the first time. The room still smelled of his cologne and books. Every item was in its place. His glasses on the table, his half-read book by the lamp. As she cleaned the drawers, her fingers touched a small brass key taped beneath the wood. Confused, she searched until she noticed a hidden compartment under the bottom shelf. When she unlocked it, she found a stack of neatly tied letters, yellowed by time. Each letter was written in her husband's handwriting, but addressed to someone named Eleanor. Wendy's hands trembled. She sat down, unable to breathe properly. The letters were deeply emotional, almost poetic. They spoke of regret, love, and secrets that had never reached the light. One line kept echoing in her mind. "One day, the truth will free us both." But who was Eleanor? A friend, a political partner, or something else entirely? Instead of revealing the letters, Wendy decided to keep them hidden. She told herself it was to protect her husband's image, but deep down, she knew it was also to protect herself. She didn't want the world to see a different version of the man she had loved. Months later, rumors began spreading in the media. Someone leaked information about private letters found in the president's office. Then on his talk show, Piers dropped a bombshell. "According to my sources, President Nelson's widow Wendy is hiding personal letters that could change how we remember him." The internet exploded. Every channel, every social feed was filled with theories, from secret affairs to political scandals. Some claimed Eleanor was a secret informant. Others said she was a woman from his past who knew about a hidden event. Wendy stayed silent, but the pressure grew. Journalists camped outside her house. Former aides were interviewed. Still no one could prove anything. One night, she sat alone in the study, rereading the letters. Her eyes stopped on one final note she had never dared to open before, the last one in the bundle. It read, "Eleanor, if one day the world learns about us, promise them this. It was never betrayal, only love buried under duty." Tears rolled down Wendy's face. In that moment she finally understood. Eleanor wasn't another woman. It was a code name. A secret nickname her husband used for his first wife, who had died years before Wendy met him. These weren't love letters to someone new. They were apologies to someone he had lost long ago. But Piers didn't know that. And maybe the world didn't need to. So Wendy placed the letters back, locked the drawer and whispered, "Let history remember him as he was, not as what they want him to be." She closed the study door and never entered it again. Some truths, she realized, aren't meant to be exposed. Not because they're dark, but because they belong to love, not headlines. After the passing of President Nelson, his name was spoken with reverence. His leadership was studied in schools. His speeches quoted in churches. To the public, he was a man who never hid anything. But Wendy Nelson knew not all truth belongs to the world. While cleaning his study months later, she discovered a small voice recorder behind a stack of papers. When she pressed play, her heart froze. "Wendy," came his soft voice, "if you're hearing this, it means I'm gone." He spoke of his fears, his mistakes, and a decision he regretted approving, one that might someday come to light. Then the recording cut off. Weeks later, Piers released a leaked audio clip of President Nelson saying, "There are things I wish I hadn't signed." That single sentence ignited chaos. Headlines screamed, "President's hidden recording exposes shocking secret." Reporters surrounded Wendy's home. But the truth was simpler and sadder. The things he wished he hadn't signed weren't secret deals or betrayals. They were political decisions that weighed on his soul. Policies that hurt people he wanted to protect. He wasn't confessing guilt. He was confessing humanity. Still, Wendy stayed silent. She remembered his last words on the recorder. The world needs heroes, Wendy, not broken men. That night she destroyed the recorder, not to hide him but to protect him. Then came another blow. An unsigned letter appeared in her mailbox. I think I might be his son. Attached was a photo of a young boy beside President Nelson years ago, the same gray-blue eyes. Soon, Piers Morgan announced that a man named Michael Hale claimed to be the late president's illegitimate child, and that Wendy had known all along. Wendy refused interviews. But privately she met Michael. His resemblance was undeniable. He told her his dying mother confessed that President Nelson was his father but had kept it secret to protect his career. Later, Wendy found an unsent letter from her husband addressed, "To my son Michael." It read, "I have watched you from afar, proud and heartbroken. My silence was my punishment. Forgive me for being your father only in secret." Tears filled her eyes. Her husband hadn't abandoned anyone. He had protected them both. Years later, Piers Morgan's rumors faded. Wendy never corrected the lies. She didn't need to. Each morning, she sat by the painting her husband loved, a sunrise hiding another story beneath its colors. And though the world saw only light, she knew beneath it was a face, a child's face, the one they had lost and the love they would always share. Because some truths she learned aren't for cameras, they're for hearts. And for Wendy Nelson, that truth, buried under sunrise, would shine forever.